Hey everybody, this is El Viejo Toro for the Fancy Action Now, and this is a celebration and an announcement video. Atari is thinking about getting back in the game. So they're developing a box very similar to the NES and the Super Nintendo and even the AtGames Genesis. Atari wants to get into the emulator box business. So I think that was probably an inevitability. I think they see a little bit of opportunity to extract a little bit of blood out of that legacy, which they have tried to do over and over again, to some success with game development and game publishing, and to some dismal failures. Definitely not a how would I want to say it? Kind of a legacy provider that is not distinguished itself. Or the logo and brand. But the logo is iconic and it is classic. I still have my original Atari. It is hooked up. It works. It plays the games. Say what you want, okay? But, I mean, when I was 8 years old, I was playing that in a cellar in Philadelphia, where I grew up. And I still have it. It's the original unit that was purchased from Sears. Remember when Sears was like everything? You just went to Sears, man. You got everything from Sears. And we were no different. We just you needed underwear, Sears. You needed clothes, Sears. You needed tools, Sears. You needed car service, Sears. I mean, you just went there for just about everything. So, and video games. I mean, they had the first video game section, you know, where you would go and it was a section dedicated to Atari, Odyssey, Intellivision, Vectrex, all of those things I saw first at Sears. So, and they had their own, because they were so big and so ubiquitous, look it up, you know, it was just fantastic. So here is one of my, and again, these are original from 19 whatever. But that's my original joystick. Here's my original 2-player joystick. Yep, with the single button. Yeah, love it, man. Joystick, baby. Yeah, oh yeah. Atari's back, baby. They're gonna throw their hat in the ring. I also was thinking, because these are excellent to chew, especially if you're a young kid and you're waiting for your turn, your player 2, or your player 1, you're waiting for your friend to be done. They did co-op. I mean, think about Combat. Combat was my first, well, Pong was my first co-op gaming experience. But Combat was like great with the, you know, you had the planes, the tanks, you know, everything. You could play invisible. I mean, just hilarious. It was just fantastic. And it was the first gimmick. I mean, Nintendo got their whole gimmick off of Atari. I mean, let's keep it real, baby. Pong, Atari, that was American stuff. My Atari still works. Every cartridge still works. Even my Donkey Kong cartridge. Oh! So, you gotta remember, yeah, Pac-Man appeared on Atari. Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong, which plays excellently. Now, I don't use these. These do work. They do work, you know, but I just plug in a Sega Genesis controller, and again, got a much longer cord, but my classic Jenny controller plugs right into my Atari and plays everything. So awesome. So these guys, but I just want to, like, this is like true confessions. I just want you to see, like, the chew marks. This is where it really gets personal. The chew marks. Oh yeah, equal time. I even thought to myself as a kid, you know, I'll chew one and I'll leave one perfect. And then I'm like, nah. Well, anyway. So, you know, if you've ever chewed if you've ever chewed an Atari joystick controller as a child, I want to hear your comments. And if we can all come together and form some kind of awareness group about chewing joystick controllers as a child and what that leads to. Okay. So anyway, yeah, these are my original Atari joystick controllers. Oh yeah, dog! Look at that three-dimensional image rolling around there. Meow. Yeah. Oh yeah, dog. Oh yeah. So that's the real deal, baby. And it still works and it's still running. How many pieces of electronics can you say that about in your life? Electronics are pretty good, but that thing is all solid state. And it just lasts forever. I fired it up. It's been sitting in the garage. You gotta remember, I had it in a dank, cellar for years. And it moved from there to here, and I've had apartments. It's been sitting in boxes and garages and attics, and it's been sitting in my garage. And when I started like getting all my systems together and racking them, I'm like, I got an Atari, you know? I mean, I was like, no way it works. No way it works. And I had to go get one of those little like coax adapters for it. And you stick it in the RF, and then it'll go into a cable connector for a TV, which is how I have it hooked up now. And wow. Well, so I read on, there's a bunch of articles about it. One of them's Kotaku, but they're back. And what do you want to bet? They're looking at a Q4 release. They're looking at a Q4 release. That's going to be the cool Christmas, thoughtless uncle gift that you get, kind of like the Wii. Kind of like the Wii. All those classic Atari hits. And they shouldn't be as cheap as Nintendo is, like they throw 30 ROMs on there. Dude, you know what? You could literally throw the library on there. Do it. Do it. Yar's Revenge, baby. E.T. Do it all, man. Throw it all on there. And there you go. I mean, fantastic. Fantastic. So, what do you think about Atari releasing a new console? I've got some images like this. Or this, and another, and another. Okay, I just hit myself. I just hit myself there. And if you see a tear, if you see a small tear, just ignore that. Nobody wants to see a large man cry. Wait a minute, grown man, large man cry. I'm starting that up. Large man cry. Large man cry. All right, that's enough of that. Short one, Atari, back in the game. Wow, what do you think? What do you think? I'll be a buyer of that. I love the design of the console. It's like true to the legacy, but then it's got the modern form. And but a lot of people out there, what I always wonder about, it's a factor that nobody really talks about. And only collectors like YouTubers like myself and other ones that have game rooms and game racks and all this stuff. Space, where do you put it? But I've got space. So I will definitely be, if it's priced appropriately. Again, they haven't mentioned, I got to go back and look and do a little bit more research. I don't know where the pricing's going to sit. Is it going to be kind of that at games $39, $49, $99? Probably should be. Probably should be. And it's got new content. That's what I'm curious about. What's the new content? Atari has published a lot of games. I mean, I go back through my collection. Some of them are good. A lot of them are garbage. But again, it's still a book of business that you can include with some of the modern stuff in the Xbox and the 360 or PS2, PS3 Atari published a lot of games in those generations. So I'm interested to see where they go generationally as a publisher as well as a developer, and what games are new in development that they feel that they want to develop in the new. Alone in the Dark, maybe. Ouch! All right, this is LBA Toro. Fancy action now. Summer of Sega, and possibly the year Atari makes a comeback, baby. Peace.